Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at ArklaTexHomepage.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces with your Tuesday morning forecast update, and the weather problem's kind of twofold for us today. We're dealing with some record-breaking cold this morning, and then later this evening, we do have our next winter storm warning that goes into effect. Still looks like we'll see a decent amount of snow as well as some freezing rain with this next system as it makes its way in, and most of the impacts will kind of play out through the day on Wednesday. We'll get to that in just a moment, but if you are heading outside this morning, beware. We have very cold temperatures. We're down to -4 in Idabel, Texarkana's at 1 degree, 4 in Shreveport, so this is smashing all of the low temperature records, kind of once in a lifetime cold. I believe the last time we had temperatures in this range was 1989, so just a bitter cold morning. We still have a little bit of wind. Thankfully the winds aren't worse, but where the winds have picked up about 5 to 10 miles per hour, you get those wind chill values as cold as -15 in Idabel. Feels like it's -8 in Shreveport right now and about -10 in Marshall. A little bit later today, we are going to have temperatures wind up in the 20s and low 30s, so the roads are an absolute mess still this morning. A lot of ice out there because we didn't see any melt-off yesterday, and there will be no melt-off today given that the temperatures will be in the 20s, so just urge everybody to stay inside once again today and kind of wait for this next system to make its way through. It's possible many of us will just kind of be homebound until maybe Friday or Saturday. So in the short term, we'll see a little bit of sun this morning. It will turn mostly cloudy in our next system. You can see making its way through the Rocky Mountain states. It will be kind of digging in here and delivering us a pretty swift blow tomorrow. So here's a look at your Robin's-Hood FUTURECAST for today. Again, some sun this morning. Clouds will eventually take over this afternoon, and we could begin to see what will likely be some snow showers overnight tonight for much of the region. So the temperatures are very cold, but as the system moves in, it is going to draw in some warmer air from the Gulf of Mexico, and that will occur in the upper levels. So we do have a situation here where initially we may see a few hours of snow in Shreveport, and then we'll see it transition into some sleet and freezing rain, especially early tomorrow morning. There is going to be a hard line here where we see the freezing rain and sleet and kind of where we see the snow, and it looks like right now that line will be right along I-30. So if you're in Texarkana, you may see a mix of the both, but it will primarily be snow through the day Wednesday here across the northern Arklatex, and you can see all that ice and sleet kind of playing out for much of East Texas and Louisiana. May even just see some cold rain here across the Toledo Bend region, and FUTURECAST has really kind of increased the speed of this system. That's what we're seeing with the model runs this morning, so we don't have much, if any, precipitation lingering into Thursday, but it is possible that will happen. So first things first, snowfall accumulations. There is some thought that we could see maybe 6 to 8 inches of snow, but I'll show you a couple different models here. This is the GFS, or this may be our in-house model here, which is showing about 2 to 4 inches of snow along and north of I-30, and here's another forecast model for you, which is kind of showing the same thing. But if we tap into some of that heavier snow expected to fall across the northern Arklatex, we could easily see some amounts in the 6-inch range, and I-20 and southward, kind of just some light snow here. But the bigger threat for us will be ice, and this will be the most significant thing to watch tomorrow. If you get a quarter to a half inch of ice, that will cause some widespread power outages and basically make roadway travel impossible. That is something it's really difficult out there right now, but if we add a quarter to a half inch of ice to what's already out there, travel will become difficult for even essential personnel. So many of us may be kind of trapped inside here through the day Wednesday. And again, a lot of this ice will not start melting off until we move into the upcoming weekend. Would expect we'll see a lot of power outages if we do see a quarter to half inches of ice as well. So make sure you are prepared for that. So again, should see that winter weather threat wrap up Thursday morning. We get into the day Friday, we should see a little bit of sun, so we may start to see a little bit of melt off here Friday, but it will refreeze Friday night with temperatures in the 20s. We get those temperatures back above freezing Saturday as well as the overnight lows, so I think we should have a pretty good melt off occurring through the day on Sunday and Monday as well. Monday looking pretty warm, but we may actually have a few rain showers early next week.